Holiday gift sets are kind of like those one-size-fits-all sweaters. They look very tempting at first, but rarely end up fitting just right. You'll always have that one product that just doesn't match your preferences or your skin tone. I do get it. Gift sets are convenient, they're beautifully packaged, and well, usually, and they're also marketed as a good value and something that might just put you in the holiday spirit. They are also perfect for beginners who want to try a little bit of everything, and of course they're obviously the best for gifting because that's the point of them, or even just splitting them with a friend. So I'm not trying to tell you to never buy a gift set again, but instead I'm talking to those people who love to buy gift sets for themselves. This is all to say that in today's video I'm going to talk you through questions I ask myself before buying a gift set, if I ever do, and how to make purchasing choices that actually feel good for you. And to spice it up a little bit, I'm also going to put together my own versions of a customized holiday set, one that would actually match my preferences and will make my products feel new again. My biggest issues with gift sets are that they're simply not customizable or curated for you. If you take anything from this, that is the one takeaway of why you probably shouldn't buy a gift set for yourself. For example, the Sephora Favorites Holiday Lip Value Set. From afar, it looks like a great value with many different options that you might be excited for at a glance. Because in the gift set, it includes some of the most popular lip glosses. But if you look just a little bit more closely, because they are all different brands in the gift set, they also cater to multiple different audiences. But the thing is, you might be a person who hates lip plumpers, and this set has 3 lip plumpers. You're probably gonna have a select few favorites and hate the rest, because at the end of the day, you have your preferences of color and formula. And I am very confident that most of you that are watching this video probably already know what you like in a lip gloss or lip oil formula. You don't need to buy a set to try them all and figure it out. So to create your own gift set, you could literally wrap it up, pack it up however you like, put it in cute packaging if you want to. I just put everything in this Guerlain box. Just use your imagination. Let's also imagine that everything I put in this box is a deluxe sample size, because this is all gonna be full size. But that's kind of the best part of using what you have, because you bought everything you want, you personalized everything you wanted in a full size. So why not use the full size, if you know what I'm saying? So this gift set is filled with a bunch of different lip products that you didn't get to pick out. But today we are creating one that we picked out. I chose to go into the direction of picking my favorite lip products that I have purchased from Sephora. Let's begin with the good old classic Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. Honestly, this is probably expired by now. There is so much product in here, y'all. I am struggling to finish this at all. I think I've only used maybe 10% of it in the past 2 years. I think I've had this for. It smells like candy. It is very moisturizing, very hydrating. So it's totally worth the hype. It just takes forever to finish. And the thing with the lip sleeping mask or any type of masks in general is that I'm not wearing them often enough. So this one kind of sits in my drawers and gets maybe usage once every 2 weeks. So I can't imagine buying a gift set with another sleeping mask and not really getting use out of either of them. Now, one of my all-time favorite lip balms that I have repurchased, I think this might be my 3rd or 4th one. I did get 2 of them gifted to me, so it doesn't technically count, but I've always finished these up. This is the Lip Glow Color Reviver Balm, and I am completely against overspending on a lip balm, so don't take this as a must-have, but more like a nice to have or a beautiful gift to have. Shockingly, even though this is so expensive, I get a lot of use out of it. I have the shade in Mahogany. The shade of this is a sheer berry red color, very similar to the famous Black Honey, but I love this just because it is a stick balm instead of a squeezy tube balm, and it just gives my lips this really gorgeous natural color. I wear this on no makeup days, and the lip balm is actually hydrating on me, so even though it's overpriced and expensive, I really enjoy it, and I feel like if they included this in a gift set, it would just be a treat. Another lip balm that I would include is my number one favorite, which is the Edam Le Chou Chou, I think it's pronounced, lip softening balm. This is in the shade Boba Bounce. I adore this one because it just feels great, and I do talk about it a little bit later in the video, so I don't give away too much. Something I don't talk a lot about in my makeup collection is the Vera Beauty lipstick in the shade Y. This is a dark brown with some purple in it. The color does appear different depending on your lip color and what's underneath, but that's kind of how it shows up on me. I love the formula of this lipstick. It's sort of natural matte, but it's not drying at all. The color is also beautiful. I'm someone who does not mind a little bit of a lip plump, so I included the Dior Lip Maximizer. This is a lip plumping gloss. I have shade 29, which is this orange coral base with gold sparkles in it. Ultimately, the shade does end up looking really sheer on the lips, and it's not my favorite lip plumping formula, but it is something that I am trying to finish up, so including it in this gift set would remind me that I should probably get some use out of it. Now for me, I do think a nude, almost concealer lipstick color is an essential. Oh, this is dirty. Do not mind the dirtiness of this because I recently just used this. It is a very bright concealer color that I use as a topper for a lot of my lip combos. It's Makeup by Mario in the shade Flat Iron. It is his satin lipstick, which is a very pigmented formula, but it's not drying at all. It's not patchy at all. It's very comfortable on the lips. This is a lipstick I get a lot of use out of because it is just a mixture color. So whenever I want to lighten something, I apply this on. Whenever I want to kind of highlight my lip combos, I apply this on. And then I included the YSL Candy Glaze as a little treat because it's a perfect combination between a lipstick and a lip gloss. This is in the shade 04. It's very pigmented, very creamy, and pairs perfectly with some of the lip liners that I'm going to show you later. So if for some reason I don't want a sheer lip balm, a sheer lip gloss, or if I don't want to wear a lipstick and I want some more gloss, just one thing, I would pick out the YSL Candy Glaze. Now I think all of these lip products can be paired with one of these lip liners, which are my favorite from Sephora. It's funny because in the Sephora Favorites Holiday Lip Value set, they only include one lip liner, and as someone who has a medium skin tone, I would be so mad if that one lip liner was too light for me. So because I can create my own, I have two that will actually work for me. The first one, if you watch my videos, you know Foxy Brown by Charlotte Tilbury is my holy grail, can't live without. As you can tell, this looks like a sample size on its own, okay? I'm almost done with this. I'm going to finish and repurchase it. I love it just because it's the perfect neutral brown. It's not too cool, not too warm. It also has really good longevity because it's has kind of a waxy base to it, so it's creamy at first, but then it kind of sets down so that you don't have to keep reapplying throughout the day. Last but not least is an underdog in my makeup collection because I don't talk about it too often. It's the Hourglass lip liner in the shade Candid 5. This one is even longer lasting than the Charlotte Tilbury. It has that same kind of waxy base, but it sets. What I love about this one is the color. While the Charlotte Tilbury one is more of a neutral brown, this has more of a purple brown base to it. It's extremely dark. It leans more mauve to me. And whenever I'm wearing more of a pink lipstick or pink gloss, I'm usually reaching for Hourglass. So those are all of the lip products that I decided was worth including in a lip value set. To think if I went ahead and bought the lip set, it would basically take attention away from these, or I would end up buying a lip set that just doesn't get used because I'm taking too much time playing with what I already own. A lot of these gift sets also have what I consider to be false value and filler products. Don't even bother to follow the price versus value labels. That is all marketing, and maybe, yeah, it's true. What's in there is valued to be more than what you're actually paying. But minis and sample sizes or random extras are used to inflate the deal to make it look like you're getting a lot for the price. But realistically, it's not a good value if you don't end up liking most of the products. On top of that, in these sets, they include deluxe sample sizes, which are usually given to you for free. So technically, the value of those deluxe samples should actually be $0 and shouldn't be included in what it potentially would have cost. A good example of this is the Sephora Favorites Holiday Must-Haves. I would only be interested in maybe the mini of the Niacinamide Exploring Balm. Unfortunately, this isn't available to buy separately, but I do believe they had it at one point as a mini for like $17. The Benefit Brow Gel retails around $16, and I feel like I would get use out of the Touchland hand sanitizer for $10, and that's a full size. But that's all I would really like in this set, and if I total that all together of what I would actually like and use, that is $43 out of $69. And most of the things that I said I liked and would use are minis, except the hand sanitizer. So in this case, it's worth asking how much of the products in this set do I actually like? And then you can calculate the real value based off of the stuff you like. I really think Sephora could have done so much better with their holiday must-have gift sets. Personally, when I think of holiday must-haves, I don't think of the basic eyebrow gel, eyeliner, things that I guess you would literally must have in your makeup routine. What I consider for the holidays is something that spices up your makeup routine and makes it more fun to feel that joy and spark during the winter season. So I picked out 10 of my favorite items from Sephora that give me that magic. Let's talk through it. The first thing I included in this little gift set is the Fenty Beauty Diamond Balm in the shade Pink Ice. I recently bought this. Again, imagine that this was a mini size in a gift set. I love this because it does remind me of the holidays. It's sparkly, it's glittery, it's fun, and anytime I think of glitter, I think of the holidays. I included this product because it's going to add a little pizzazz to your makeup routine, but it's also very versatile depending on what you're comfortable with. So you can wear it on your eyes, you can also wear it on your cheeks, and if you're not comfortable with that, you can use it as a body glitter. I also included the Gloss Bomb Stick in How Many Carats because this is a holiday essential, okay? I wish they made it smell like peppermint because it would be even better. The Gloss Bomb Stick is just a glossy stick with glitter in it. It's not a shine, it's not a highlight, it's not a gloss. There are specks of glitter in it, but they're also kind of fine glitter, so you don't really feel the grittiness of the glitter. This is the perfect gloss topper throughout the holiday season for any lip combo. So you can wear a lip liner, your favorite gloss, and just add a little bit of glitter on top, and it just makes everything feel more special. Now I did add one essential in here, which is a lip balm. During winter, your lips get really dry, so having the Laneige Lip Glowy Balm is truly a must-have, but what's special about this one is that it smells like candy cane. I use this all year round. I did buy this last year, and you can buy it separately this year as well, but I just love it because it's a good basic lip balm that smells like peppermint, and it also has this really comfortable cooling effect. Now we are almost getting to the good stuff here, but I had to include a lip combo. I know there's already 2 other lip products in here, but this is more of a neutral lip combo, and if you have brown skin, this would be fitting on your skin tone. So I have the Huda Beauty lip stain in the shade Soft Nude. I really love the applicator of this lip stain because it's comfortable to apply. The color color is just this soft neutral nude with a little bit of a red undertone to it. I also love the Kofi Lassie Lip Staining Lip Oil in the shade Sweet. When you first apply this on, it's a neutral nude color that kind of looks too pale on your lips, but once you let it set for a few minutes, it turns into more of this almost mauve berry color, which is perfect for the winter. Let's pretend that this is a mini size. It's the Danessa Myricks Color Fix Sticks in the shade 10, which is a green shimmer. Now, technically, when you buy this separately, it is a duo, but I would imagine in a gift set, it would come in a single. And I picked out this green shimmery color because it can be sheared out or built up for this really beautiful glittery duochrome effect. Another topper that I included is Kulfi, once again. You can kind of tell some of my favorite brands in this little set, but it is in the shade Sona Sona. This is their Zari eyeshadow that launched last year, and it was a huge hit for good reason because it's just this gorgeous champagne gold glitter cream shadow. This is one of the most reflective glittery cream shadows I've ever owned, and it deserves all the hype. To balance all of the glitter and the sparkle in the box, I also included the Merit Solo Cream Shadow in the shade Mid-Century. This is one of my all-time favorite cream shadows from Sephora because it's this gorgeous neutral, actually warm tone brown, but it appears neutral on my eyes. This is long-lasting on the eyes, it doesn't crease on me, and the shade is the perfect one and done brown eyeshadow. So on the days that I don't want to wear something glittery or do a full eyeshadow look, I love using this. The last product I included in the box would definitely be a dream to have in a gift set. It's the Danessa Myricks Lightwork Volume 6 Freedom Palette. Is this 6? I don't really remember. I don't know my Roman numerals that well, actually. But this is actually a full palette, but I only included the green and red trio because, you know, it screams Christmas. Sue me, alright? I do wish there was more greens in this little palette, but it's nice to have the red and the orange because even though those colors don't scream the holidays, it screams autumn and it's just fun to play with. And the 10th item, which didn't fit in the box originally, is of course the One Size Until Dawn Mattifying Waterproof Setting Spray. Not only is this an essential in the summer to get your makeup to be sweat-proof and last all day, I do think this is also an essential and a must-have in the winter as well, especially if you end up going to a lot of holiday events or you're just working long hours. This right here should have been included in the must-have gift set. I can only dream of a day when Sephora releases a gift set with some awesome items all around. In my gift set, I really wanted to balance a lot of the neutral basic essentials for the holiday season with things that are a lot more fun in case you get bored. Everything in here reminds me of the holiday season and I cannot wait to bring these back out. And now that I've created my own holiday must-haves, comparing it to the Sephora one makes me not want it at all because everything in here to me is 100% more exciting. There are also some gift sets that have way too many similar shades or formulas like a sheer pink or beige gloss, and so that means they might all feel wearable. It might make sense to buy it because you think you're going to get use out of all of the shades, but you're likely going to have a favorite formula, and if it's a color you like or if you already buy a lot of makeup, that means you've probably already purchased something similar already and something you might actually like more. Let's take the Lawless Daisy Darlings Mini Lip Plumper Trio as an example. I really want to try a Lawless lip gloss. I've had 2 shades on my wish list for a long time, but I never bought them because I want to use up some of my own lip plumping glosses, and none of the shades that I want from Lawless are actually in this set. I like the shades in this set, but I don't want 3 mini glosses of very similar shades of pink for $29 when I could just buy the one gloss, full size, that I actually will love for $26. Plus, like I said earlier, I have so many lip glosses I currently want to get use out of, and especially so many pink glasses I could probably get use out of it. So if I am gonna buy a Lawless lip plumping gloss, it's gonna be the full size of a brown tone beige shade to replace the one that I just finished. So the reason why I haven't bought any of the Lawless lip glosses is because I have my favorite lip plumping glosses already that I am panning and trying to use up. And that is what I ended up including in this little gift set. These are the Buxom lip plumping creams. I have the shade in Moscow Mule, and this is Peppermint Hot Cocoa. Actually, this I believe is a holiday shade and scent that came out a couple of years ago. It's probably really expired by now, but I'm still using it. Moscow Mule is permanent in their collection. It's this really beautiful kind of brown terracotta with a red undertone cream gloss. I love these because they do fill in the lines of my lips. They're sticky, keep that in mind, but that makes them long lasting, and they have the right amount of pigment, so it's not just a clear gloss, it's a lip cream, which means you can actually see the color when you apply it to your lips, and you can see the difference between these two colors. I have been using these glosses for a couple of years now, and I'm just now finishing up. And because the Lawless lip plumping gift set does have a third color, I did throw in the Fenty Beauty Gloss Balm. This is in the shade Smurfette from the Smurf line. It's just a purple with blue and pink glitter flecks in it. This isn't plumping at all, but it's another lip gloss that I have and I recently just bought, and it still gives me that holiday vibe because of all of the glitters in it. As much as the Lawless lip plumping set is very tempting to me, I have some lip glosses that I love right here, and I might, if I finish these two up, end up replacing it with a Lawless full-size gloss, but I will not be buying the gift set. So before you buy a gift set, make sure to check your makeup collection and see if you own something similar before hitting checkout, and also ask yourself, do I already have something like this? Now, there's nothing that makes me feel worse than being wasteful and getting rid of something that I spent my hard-earned money on. A lot of these gift sets are, like I said earlier, filled with minis and deluxe samples to make you feel like you're getting a lot. And you know what? Sometimes you really are. But those things still take up space. And especially if they're tiny, they might seem like they take up a little bit of space, but they're the most annoying things to organize and also forget about. And on top of that, once you have a bunch of these little minis and samples, and let's say you do use them, that is still going to take precious time away from the products you actually love that are full size. So I think it's also important to consider the longevity of these products and gift sets. Ask yourself, will this purchase leave you with more junk? And will you be tempted to declutter it in the future? This holiday hair must-haves gift set is filled with nothing of substance, at least in my eyes. I'm not a hair person. I'm someone who keeps my hair care very simple. I have short hair. The last thing I need is a bunch of mini bottles of hair products I'm going to forget to use that take up space. And I already have a lot of mini products that are taking up space in one of my drawers right now, and I find it so annoying. I have to constantly remind myself to use these mini products, and that's taking mental space, but also it's taking up space in my drawers. I could save that for something else. Or without the little minis and sample sizes, my drawer would be less cluttered without them. But I got those for free, okay? I didn't spend my hard-earned money on it. But like I said, unless you're traveling or committed to trying new products, consider only buying what you think will work for you so you don't have to worry about the next declutter. There is nothing more painful than sitting with like a pile of minis and thinking to yourself, well, I might use this later. And so it just stays in the same spot. Another thing that brands love to do is to market products as exclusive or limited in these gift sets to entice you to have to buy the gift sets if you want these limited edition products or shades. But the thing is, I have noticed a pattern that a lot of these shades end up releasing on their own after the holiday season. It might take a little bit of time, but they usually relaunch them in full sizes after the holiday season, which means you bought a gift set with other products you probably will not use for no reason. I almost did this one time with the e.l.f. I think it was the e.l.f. holiday lip oil set. I really wanted the glitter shade, and shortly after they launched a whole line of glitter lip oils. Thankfully, I did not buy the entire set for one lip oil. That would have been annoying. And if for some reason you're still not convinced, some of these sets, especially things like advent calendars, are final sale. So you're fully locked in, can't return if you don't like the products. I know most countries don't allow you to return, but if you're in the US, you can return. I don't recommend buying for this with the thought of returning everything that you buy, but at least if you buy one product that you are confident you're gonna like, and if for some reason it doesn't work out, that 1% chance it doesn't work out, then at least you're not stuck with the product and you can return it for something you like better or get your money back. But for gift sets and advent calendars, you can't always get your money back. This set by Tower 28 has 2 limited edition holiday shades or exclusives, which I think kind of means the same thing, but they look very similar, and I 100% will guess that this is going to be launched in a full size later on. Yes, it might be a gamble not to buy it because you might not see it ever again, but most times you do. It just takes a little bit of patience. I'm someone who doesn't have a lot of patience, but I always feel better waiting because I end up making the better decision. Okay, so instead of having a whole gift set of multiple different shades of one formula, which I actually don't have right now, I don't have multiple different shades of a lip balm formula, but I do have many different lip balms. So my gift set, I chose 4 different lip balms that I own and absolutely love, starting with this one, which is my #1 all-time favorite lip balm. Out of all of the lip balms that I've tried, the Edam Le Chou Chou lip softening balm in the shade Boba Bounce is by far my favorite. Not only does it smell like boba, but it also has a metal tip applicator, and the formula is near perfect because it has just the right amount of thickness and gloss where it's kind of long lasting, and a lot of lip balms are not, but it also is very moisturizing and hydrating on my lips. On top of that, it has the perfect amount of pigment where I can actually see the color but not too much. I love this lip balm and I want this one in every single color. Another lip balm that I would include in my winter rotation is this one, which was gifted to me by Kulfi. It is their Lip Snack Glossing Lip Balm in the scent Chai. Now, I don't love this as much as the Edam. They do have their differences, but what makes me so obsessed with this one is that it smells like a chai, which really gives me these warm and fuzzy, cozy vibes that feel like a cold winter morning wrapped in a blanket with a candle lit and the fireplace on. So it belongs in this rotation. It also has slight color to it, but it's actually really sheer, so you can't really see any of the color, unlike the Edam. This is also more of a balm than I would say it is a lip gloss, because yes, you get a gloss, but that gloss fades, and my lips really soak up this product, which tells me it really is more of a skincare product than it is a makeup product. I don't think that makes it bad at all. It just means that this is more of a lip balm than it is a gloss, and I'm really happy with it because it smells so good. There's also the silicone applicator. Not as good as the metal tip in my opinion. It doesn't have that cooling effect, but it's just as comfortable. So I highly recommend this one if you haven't tried it yet. Of course, I had to include a good old classic. This is the Glossier Mint Balm.com. It was gifted to me as well, and I am actually on my way to finishing this up. This is an OG lip balm that I still use every day and I still enjoy. And even though I have my favorites like the Edam and the Kulfi, I think this still ranks up there in my top 5 just because it's a good classic balm that doesn't disappoint me. Last but not least is the Ole Henriksen Peptide Lip Treatment. This was gifted to me at a YouTube event, and it really surprised me how much I loved this because, you know, I've tried a lot of lip balms and I always thought, you know, how good can a lip balm get? But this, out of all the other ones, is the thickest and heaviest formula, and to me that bothered me at first, at least, because I didn't like how heavy it was. But I actually would describe this as more like a lip mask in comparison to the others because it does have this extreme thick texture. I wouldn't say that it's sticky, but it's also not sticky, if that makes sense. When I compare it to the Glossier, there's a lot more emolliency to this one than balminess. It is also super glossy in comparison to the Glossier one, which makes this probably one of the more hydrating lip balms and the glossiest lip balm out of the 3 that I just shared to you. So if that's your preference, then I see why everyone loves this. For me, I don't like to apply this every single day, but when my lips are really at their worst, especially if it's really dry in the winter time or the seasons are changing, this is what I'm going for, just to revive and bring my lips back to life. On top of that, it just gives you a really pretty shine. This also smells like an orange creamsicle, so you can't really go wrong with that. They also have more shades and scents that might remind you of the holiday season, so you can pick out from that instead of this one. But all in all, the last thing I need is a set of mini 4 Tower 28 lip softies when I have 4 full-size lip balms that all do their own thing that I absolutely love, adore, and cannot wait to continue using in my rotation. I personally don't really love the Tower 28 lip softies either. I don't think they are as good as these ones, so take with that information what you will. I say skip the gift sets and wait to see if they launch individually. By then, you might have even forgot about the product as a whole, or you might see some bad reviews about it and be thankful that you just didn't buy it. So remember that gift sets are not a one-size-fits-all. At the end of the day, the best choice is usually to use what you have first, and then when you do buy, make it something that actually makes you feel warm and fuzzy inside, because that is the true holiday magic. If you want to revive your love for the things that you already own, I have started a Shop My Stash series for the autumn season. Check out my video somewhere around here, and I'll also link it down there, where I created an autumn mood board, and we are also going to be creating an autumn makeup capsule, and I will be recreating looks with things I already own to hopefully inspire you to do the same. Before you go, please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you're new, and as always, I'll catch you in the next video.